Greetings gamers and welcome back to Top 10 Gaming. I'm your host Connor Monroe, and today we're lighting our torches and grabbing our pitchforks and talking about 2019's biggest gaming blunders with today's list of top 10 scary video game controversies of 2019. Oh, I did that in one breath. If you're new here or haven't yet, be sure you hit like and subscribe to join the clan. Also be sure to stick around until the end because number one is so bad we have to cut the closed captions. And I'm gonna mess up and you'll get to watch with some bloopers. Okay, roll the intro. And at 10, banning of Blitz. In October of 2019, Blizzard Entertainment banned professional Hearthstone player going by the alias Blitz because he referenced his support for the Hong Kong protests during a post-game interview that was being live-streamed. This caused the community to have a conniption, boycotting Blizzard and getting the hashtag boycott Blizzard trending on Twitter and a letter from the United States Congress representatives. This caused Blizzard to reduce his punishment, which originally was a 1-year ban, removal from the tournament, and they never gave him the prize money which he had won up to that point, which was around $4,000 US. Blizzard said that they banned him because in the terms for joining tournaments is included the line, not saying anything that can offend the public or damage Blizzard's image. Dude, you damaged your own image by banning this guy. Blizzard did reduce the punishment by making the ban shorter and returning the prize money that he had won. So I guess they did what they could maybe? I'm not too sure about that. And at 9, FNAF VR. The Five Nights at Freddy's franchise has made many games over the past 5 years, with sequels, spin-offs, iOS and Android games, as well as a new virtual reality game that essentially resets the canon story that we've come to know from these games. When Scott Cawthon, the creator of the series, announced in early 2019 that the VR game was in the works, everyone was either excited or exasperated. There was no in between. On March 12, 2019, Cawthon uploaded 8 teaser images for this new VR game onto his website, scottgames.com. One of the images, however, got removed after fans noticed something that seemed odd. When you have a character base as large as FNAF, which is similar to Pokemon and with the vast amount of characters and literally the same thing but different colors, it can be hard to keep track of what you've made and what are concept arts from fans. This image was removed from the website when fans noticed that it contained fan-made models. This wasn't exactly a big deal, however it stirred up a conversation about intellectual property and art copywriting. On Reddit, Cawthon issued a statement about the teaser, saying that it included a portion of the cover art for the game. This is what really got people talking because it was so front and center. It was gonna be on the cover of the game, but it wasn't his. He did eventually change it, however, so good on you, Scott. Number 8, Devotion. This Taiwanese first-person horror game got pulled from Steam after the game got blasted for including a controversial message about the Chinese president. The controversial item was an artwork that contained a sentence, which included a meme that was banned in China. The art compared the president to Winnie the Pooh. Red Candle Games, the developers of Devotion, issued a statement that said the image was only a placeholder, which assumingly they planned to update out of the game. They removed the image, but their reviews turned more negative, so they issued a more in-depth apology, which ended with the announcement that the game had been removed from Steam China, but it was later removed from Steam entirely. Devotion was Red Candle's second game, which followed their first game, Detention. And at 7, Mordo. Released in April of 2019, Mordo is a medieval combat simulator, and you know I love me some medieval simulators. This game from the newer studio, Triturnion, had sold over 1 million copies thus far. The game is a simulator that wanted to be historically accurate, so they have no option for character customization, at least when it comes to race or gender. However, this angered a lot of people who were looking for a more diverse set of options. Triturnion has said that they have plans to add more avatar variety in the future, but also plan to add an option that will disable the viewing of these new models on the client side of the game. If you don't quite understand what that means, the client is in reference to the running game on your computer, meaning that everyone has their own client. The server you are playing on is referred to as the server or the host. This means that each player has the option to see the newer models upon release. They can choose whether or not they want them. I feel as if this is a smart thing for the developers to do, and a good way to handle the situation. You're putting it up to the player, not the company. And at 6, Mortal Kombat 11. Like I said last controversy video, the Mortal Kombat series will always be met with some form of controversy when it's released. Being the 11th game in the series, there is obviously some new features that need to be added to keep the game fresh. In Injustice 2, another NetherRealms fighting game, they added the ability to customize your fighters, while making them both look cool and have a better performance in battle. They attempted to do this with Mortal Kombat 11, adding the ability to open up loot boxes to gain gear to beef up your fighter. However, they had something similar to to EA. The in-game currency is called time crystals, and they are the premium cash of MK11. To be able to access everything in the game, you need to grind an ungodly amount to get anything in the game. Or you can pay real money for loot boxes, which may not even have anything good. It got so bad that people even started comparing it to casinos, but in actuality, a casino would be more cost effective. I literally went to a casino once, made like 10 bucks total, then left. I mean, I turned a 5 into like 34, but it cost me like 20 bucks to do it, so like, yeah, they're weird. Halfway through at number 5, NBA 2K20. NBA 2K20 contains gambling, hands down, no denying it. There was a whole trailer revolving around this fact, especially since it was their version of loot boxes that you could, you guessed it, spend real life money on. The main reason this is higher than Mortal Kombat 11, however, is that the ESRB did not include it in the game's rating. The ESRB did respond, saying that, quote, "The definition of the simulated gambling descriptor is partially dependent upon the presence of a wager. While we do consider how things are visually communicated, a spinning wheel by itself does not alone constitute simulated gambling because there is no actual gamble. This is going off the fact that you don't have the option to get nothing. You always get something for your money. It's like buying mystery boxes or even kids buying Pokemon cards. While yes, you don't know what you're getting, you are still getting something. Therefore, there is no gamble," which is definitely in a gray area with this game since it has the lowest rating it could receive, and some parents could complain since their kid is being taught to gamble and they're underage, and everything offends everyone in 2019. Number 4, Ion Fury. Ion Fury is a first-person shooter released in August of 2019. However, the game was not originally called Ion Fury. It was called Ion Maiden. Why the name change? Well, turns out that the band Iron Maiden filed a lawsuit against 3D Realms, the developer of the game, for $2 million for the misappropriation and use of a virtually identical imitation of the Iron Maiden trademark. The lawsuit claimed that Ion Maiden has the same look and feel as the mobile game Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast, which was released July of 2016. There are also apparently a lot of similarities between the two games, such as the name, the font used for the game title, the main character Shelly Bombshell Harrison, the skull symbol, and the character Eddie. However, the similarities listed were also present in a previous 3D Realms game called Bombshell, released in January of 2016. The founder of 3D Realms said that the name Ion Maiden came from the basic weapon used by the same female hero in her first game Bombshell. And he was right. It also came out a few months before Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast. In July of 2019, they announced the name change, which they shouldn't have since their first game came out before Iron Maiden's, but whatever, I'm not a lawyer. Getting close to the end at number 3, Google Stadia. Hi, are you looking for Stadia? Well, so is everyone else. Well, they're looking for the Stadia that was promised. Phil Harrison, a Google VP, said that at launch, all games on Stadia would support 4K resolution and 60 FPS. This was simply not true. Destiny 2 is rendered at 1080p and then just upscaled to a resolution that is still below 4K. Red Dead Redemption 2 is another game like this, only hitting 4K when using a Chromecast Ultra. This caused people to get pissed at Google, understandably. This caused Google to have to issue a response. They did, and they essentially blamed developers, saying it was up to them to determine what kind of resolution and frame rate to run their games at. But why say that all games will be 4K and 60 FPS if you aren't the one setting the damn resolution? If it's up to the developers, don't promise this kind of crap. And at 2, Sword and Shield. Gotta catch them all, right? Apparently not. While it is quite the task to achieve, some people have made careers out of streaming getting all the Pokemon in the National Dex, and some even attempting to get the entire shiny National Dex. Congratulations, A-Drive, by the way. The National Dex is the very core of the Pokemon motto, gotta catch 'em all, but with the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, we aren't getting as many Pokemon as we expected. And for those who have worked at bringing their Pokemon all the way from Gen 1 or 2, it was a hard hit to take. But this wasn't the only announcement. This announcement came with the point that every Pokemon would not be included because they wanted to focus on saving space and focusing on animations and character models. But even though my tiny 3DS can handle all the models and animations, the Switch can't, and the animations have been targeted as well, with people being extra critical of what they look like, and they haven't been good. Look at Yamper's tail whip animation, for God's sake. All in all, Nintendo and Game Freak did not approach this situation well, and I hope that they will update the game to include the rest of Pokemon, because until then, I'm not playing it. Also because I don't have the money for it. And finally, in at number 1, Rape Day. Holy f***, moly, is this actually happening? Rape Day is a game that was removed from Steam before release. This game was set to be a choose-your-own-adventure style visual novel where you control a serial killer rapist during the zombie apocalypse. When you went to the Steam page, when it was available for you to see, you would get a warning for sexual content, sexual assault, necrophilia, incest, and unconsensual sex. The description contained the lines, "The zombies enjoy eating the flesh off warm humans and brutally raping them, but you are the most dangerous rapist in town, so skip the foreplay and enjoy your rape day. You deserve it." What? This game puts Steam in a very compromising position as well. The game is obviously not okay, glorifying sexual assault and rape, but Steam prides itself on being a place where creators can find their audience. When they removed it from the store, they issued a statement and said they want to help creators find an audience, but this game was not letting them do that, basically saying the game shot itself in the foot. What? Why would you even make this game? It makes no sense. What? Why? There we have it, friends, the top 10 scary video game controversies of 2019. At this point, it's currently November, so let's hope that we don't have any other controversies within the next month. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, let us know by liking the video as well as subscribing to Top 10 Gaming for daily gaming content, and ring that bell to be notified about when you can see my beautiful face again. Thank you again for watching. I have been and shall remain Connor Monroe, and I'll see you in another video.